And then interviewing a cross-section of people, we said, what defines the city of Norfolk? What do you guys think really makes Norfolk special? And we heard 10 things, and here they are. 10 things. Number one, unique location, Virginia's coastal region. History, a legacy of resiliency and transformation. That's Norfolk. And just think of all the programs the city has to help neighborhoods rebuild themselves, the block by block grants being one. Physical features, the water and the international port. Personality, vibrant, alive, forward-looking. Assets, diverse neighborhoods, economy, entertainment, culture, worldwide connections, the military and trade. Number 6, gravity, sort of the heartbeat of the region's culture and business, right? Inclusionary, increasingly people of all ages, races, and generations are valued. Special appeal, attractive to visitors, doers, and makers. Demographic appeal, great place to raise a family. And then this idea of immediacy that, wow, it seems like more and more people are really making a difference now, that Norfolk really is transforming itself. So when we put all of these things that we heard into a big pot and stirred it around and looked at the findings from the study and looked at the sort of the new model on economic development, we saw 3 themes that make up the messaging for Norfolk that have to support it. The first one is, my gosh, water everywhere. Few urban cities have water like we do. And then hyper-community. It seems like more and more people care and are rolling up their sleeves and making a difference. And then number 3, we're a community of doers. Come here and you can make a difference. You can pursue your own dreams. So all of those go into crafting our brand message architecture. And the best way to describe that message architecture is to really think about a positioning statement. What would you say to somebody on an elevator in another town about your city, about Norfolk? How do you want that person, that audience, to know and understand the Norfolk brand? What's that one sentence you want them to take away? And so here's our proposed straw man idea. The city of Norfolk is America's vibrant heritage port city where people of all backgrounds and ages are actively transforming their neighborhoods, economy, and culture into the most fun and livable waterfront community in the world. Well, words matter. So I want to tell you some of the logic here on these words. In terms of city of Norfolk, we want to define this place not as downtown, not as East Beach, not as Ocean View, not as Ward's Corner, but as the city of Norfolk, made up of all of Norfolk's neighborhoods. Number 2, it's America's asset. So let's put it on a national stage. Number 3, let's reinforce vibrant. Norfolk's a vibrant community. The idea of a heritage port city is to give us a little running advantage over other port cities. There is something that my mother-in-law taught me, Sarah Greer, about World Heritage Sites. This is a designation that's put out by the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization. And so the UN has said there's some special places all over our planet that should really be preserved. And they're designated as World Heritage Sites, things like the China Wall. But you have to take care of those. The World Heritage Site is such a distinguished designation, it means a lot of people are going to come see you. So why not borrow that and really call our port part of a heritage port city? It immediately eliminates a lot of other ports, like perhaps San Diego, but it puts us in an elite group with New York and Philadelphia and maybe Savannah. City of Norfolk includes everyone, people of all backgrounds and all ages. This idea of actively transforming as part of our message architecture is so critical because it's really the DNA that people described about this place. And for those of you that have been here a long time, boy, have you seen this place transform. It has really taken shape, new shapes over the years. So I think about Norfolk as a verb, as a legacy of transformation, and that's something that I don't think will go away. And what are we transforming? Neighborhoods, economy, and culture. And we're doing it in a way that's taking us into a place where we're going to be the most fun, because people want to have fun. People aspire to have fun. And visitors who we want to come here to have fun and hang out. And livable, because we're about quality of life, about making a place wonderful to live. And then again, you can't forget water, because that's what the differentiator is of Norfolk, our waterfront. And community, we all want to be community. And why not be the best waterfront community in the world? Aspirationally, why not say, that's what we're about? We're on the journey to get to this spot. I don't know if you'll ever arrive, but you certainly can aspire towards something this ambitious. We call it a BHAG, which is a big, hairy, audacious goal, which is what Jim Collins talks about in a lot of his books about what you have to aspire to, something that is really romantic and something that can pull you along. So the promise statement is Norfolk is a place where you can easily make your own, and you fill in the blank, happen in the most fun, livable waterfront community in the world. There's a lot more to this positioning statement, and it starts with your help. We all love Norfolk, and we all, I think, now are fans of Horton Hears a Who. We understand getting that message out there. So what has happened is we've been part of a group to create this Norfolk Collaboratory, and this is the website for it. It's norfolkcollaboratory.com. And if you go there, you'll learn in more detail about this whole messaging architecture. And what we want you to do is to go there and understand in great detail what this is about, but help us refine that positioning statement and promise statement and others. Literally go to this website and click on the home page on this graphic on the left, which is a brochure that'll take you through all of the things that are happening right now in terms of making a better place in Norfolk and all the real estate developments that are coming online. And it'll just take you 10 minutes to look through that. You could do it in 5 minutes, but it'll give you even a better sense of the things that are happening right now. And remarkably, things that are happening that will come online all at the same time, all within a year of each other, which presents this incredible opportunity for this city. Secondly, after you've kind of gotten a little knowledge on the exact things that are happening, go to the second step and look at this document. It's a PowerPoint document that takes you through that straw man positioning. So you really understand what we're talking about. And with that, a command of that, go to the third step and take a survey. And I guarantee you it's a short survey, but it's a survey where you can provide feedback on that straw man idea, where you can say, you know, I like this word, or I like this phrase, or you left this out. We need your input. So we want you to look at this brochure, look at this short PowerPoint and really understand the messaging, and then take this short survey. And then together, we're going to refine this brand architecture. And we're going to come up with something that everybody can feel that they have been part of and have been part of. And where this is headed is we really want to make this actionable. Norfolk's message needs to be easy to understand and easy to incorporate in everyone's communication messaging. And let me give you an example of how it's already starting by just the four organizations who've been involved in this. Visit Norfolk is really enamored with this idea of the Heritage Port City and is exploring ways to put that into its marketing efforts. Festivents, which throws the wonderful events in Norfolk, this idea of the most fun and livable waterfront community in the world, well, Festivents is thinking about a new sport for Norfolk. I'm just kidding. But they are thinking about having more and more of these waterfront activities, including these fun balls that you can play in. And Festivents has just put together a new ad that it's going to run in some programs. And the body copy of the ad already is using this line, the most fun and livable waterfront community in the world. So think about if every organization coming online, and we're going to meet with all of them, starts to use this sort of direction, this sort of messaging, so it can have a unified voice about what Norfolk's about and what Norfolk's becoming, the why behind all of these exciting projects that are happening all across Norfolk's neighborhoods. And we want to make this inclusionary. We need your participation and your support. And so we want every neighborhood to be represented. We want every organization and associations. We want big and small businesses. We would like to have hundreds of people take that survey and really weigh in so we can make this our message, so we really can make this our movement. When we first started this, I had the opportunity to spend a little bit of time with the mayor. And I remember in that interview asking him, where are we going to go with this? Where are you headed with Norfolk? And what he said was, I want to see Norfolk to be a place where our children want to live. Where do we want our children to live? Right here. If they go off to school, we want them to come back. Well, guess what? It's happening. It's already happening. This is an article that just came out in USA Today just 2 days ago. And the article is entitled Millennial Magnets. And it's a study done of all cities across America, over 100,000. And what it looked at were how many people in the age group of 20 to 29, so sort of after college, if you will, how many people are in that city compared to the teenagers in that city, people who are 10 to 20. So saying, are you getting people to come back? And when you look at this list, and I'm saying a national list with cities with 10,000 or more, so the hundreds of cities, Norfolk is number 13. Number 13. And what's even more remarkable is when you look closely at the list and see who we're above. Seattle, number 1, but then there's Norfolk. We're ahead of Richmond, head of Portland, head of that hot city, Austin, with that net promoter score, head of Denver, head of a place called Virginia Beach. The US average is 103, and Norfolk's at the top of the list, 13 nationally. So what this is all about is building a great place for people of every age and building a great place that our kids are going to call home and make into the best waterfront community in the world.